follow live coverage of the royal wedding here. Meghan Markle's mother Doria welled up inside St. George's Chapel as she waited to watch her daughter marry into royalty. Doria Ragland was seen in tears before and during the ceremony in Windsor. After an emotional build-up to the big day, sitting with her hands clasped on her lap, she was visibly tearful as she watched her daughter take center stage inside the chapel. Doria Ragland, mother of the bride, wells up inside St. George's Chapel. Credit Dominic Lepink CPA. She watched the ceremony from the opposite side of the chapel from the Prince of Wales and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, but when Ms. Ragland was required to witness the signing of the register, there was a touching moment when Prince Charles offered her his hand. The parents walked through to hand in hand to officially register their children as a married couple, and they left the chapel side by side, behind Harry and Meghan. Ms. Ragland arrived having spent the night with Meghan at the Cliveden House Hotel, which advertises itself as a venue with a history of unapologetic debauchery and the scene of the most heinous of scandals. The Markle family has been embroiled in a scandal of its own after Thomas Markle, Meghan's father, failed to show up for the big day. Ms. Ragland was thrust even further into the limelight as her former husband recoiled under a cloud of controversy and reports of ill health, after it emerged he had allegedly posed for paparazzi photographs. He was due to walk his daughter down the aisle, but in a break from UK tradition, it was Ms. Ragland who arrived at the wedding venue with the bride-to-be. Doria Ragland and Meghan Markle. They arrived having traveled the short distance from the Cliveden House Hotel, whose website describes how the hotel has hosted powerful personalities, debaucherous parties and scandalous affairs, for more than 350 years. It was built in 1666 by the second Duke of Buckingham as a gift to his mistress. Privately owned, Grade 1 listed stately home is surrounded by 376 acres of National Trust grounds. The accommodation decision is a break with UK tradition, which usually sees the bride travel with her father before he gives her away in the wedding ceremony. Prior to this scandal, it was Ms. Markle's wishes to include both parents in her wedding day. Prince Harry's press secretary Jason Nauf had said, both of the bride's parents will have important roles in the wedding. On the morning of the wedding, Ms. Ragland will travel with Ms. Markle by car to Windsor Castle. Mr. Markle will walk his daughter down the aisle of St. George's Chapel. Ms. Markle is delighted to have her parents by her side on this important and happy occasion. He added, it's very important to her that both her parents have a special role in the day. Ms. Markle's mother Doria Ragland met the Queen this week, along with other members of the royal family, having flown into England before the wedding. The couple asked Claire Tack, an East London pastry chef, to make an organic lemon and elderflower wedding cake incorporating the bright flavors of spring. According to Kensington Palace, it will be covered with buttercream and decorated with fresh flowers. Claire Tack, owner of Violet Bakery in Hackney, East London, credit Victoria Jones, PA. It is believed to be the first time a royal couple have eschewed tradition by not serving a fruit cake to their wedding guests. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge chose Fiona Kearns to make their 2011 wedding cake, a traditional multi-layered fruit cake with a floral design. Read more about the wedding cake here. Wedding at Windsor Castle. The royal bride and groom-to-be have approved a range of commemorative china to celebrate their nuptials. The exclusive design in white and cornflower blue has a monogram of the couple's initials at its center, tied together with white ribbons and surmounted by the coronet of Prince Harry. The decorative border of each piece is inspired by the ironwork of the 13th-century Gilbertus door of St. George's Chapel, and each is finished with 22-karat gold. The Royal Collection Trust range, which is made in Stoke-on-Trent, includes a decorative miniature coffee mug, pillbox, tankard and plate. The royal wedding souvenir phenomenon dates back to Queen Victoria's wedding to Prince Albert in 1840, linked to the rise of mass production in Victorian Britain. It remains a thriving industry today, with an estimated £222 million spent on memorabilia in the run-up to the 2011 royal wedding, according to the Centre for Retail Research. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry wedding features grid. Prince Harry and Ms. Markle will delay their honeymoon to go straight back to work in the week after their wedding, scheduling their first public engagement as a married couple just days later. The couple will go on honeymoon privately later this year, before a busy autumn including a trip to Sydney for the Invictus Games. But where will they go? Namibia has pulled ahead as the odds-on favorite. The southern African nation is best known among travelers for the enormous Sossusvlei sand dunes of the Banama Desert, but reports suggest that the couple are looking instead at a safari trip to Hoani Valley Camp in the country's northwest. Botswana, where they holidayed in the early days of their whirlwind relationship, is also a good bet. Ms. Markle's engagement ring features diamonds from St. Diana's personal collection, and a stone from Botswana, but wherever they go, the newlyweds will be looking for seclusion away from the limelight as they start their married life together. Other possible destinations could include Tuscany, Hawaii, Turkey and the Philippines. Read more about the honeymoon options here. The most stylish guests from Prince Harry's wedding to Meghan Markle.